Okay, so let's have the problem number 2. This one is came from the book of Jill Lasagna, no? So a beam is built up from the following plates: 450 mm by 20 mm as flanges and 500 mm by 200 mm 20 mm as web. So all plates are A36 with Fy 248 megapascal. And the flanges are continuously connected to the web by means of fillet welds. So, sige, drawing natin. So, parang yung section niya, meron daw tayong plates. So, ito yung unang plate. Ito yung pangalawang plate. Assuming na they are perfectly symmetrical. Okay. So, ito daw ay 450. Lagi ko na yung dimension pala. Sige. So, this is 450. And this is 20. Okay. Ito naman. Okay. So, that's around 500. And then, this one is around 20. Okay. The beam is simply supported at its ends. Okay, so simply supported siya. So ito yung beam natin. Ayan. Okay. Okay, kaya lang dun sa sinabi niya, it is only laterally supported at supports. So ibig sabihin, kung ano man yung L ko, yun din yung magiging LB natin. Okay? So, saan natin siya makikita? So, normally, makikita natin siya. Pinaka-perfect example siguro, yung mga beams, let's say, ng isang water tank. Okay? Kung makakita kayo nun, isang buong beam lang siya. Walang kahit anong nakatukod sa kanya. So, that is considered yung L natin doon. It is also the LB. Okay? So, again, mentras sumahaba yung ating unbraced length, okay, humihina. It's because yung ating tinatawag na lateral torsional buckling. Okay? So, we need to check. So, for letter A tayo. Ilagyan ko ng harang para hindi sayang sa space. So, letter A, ang LB natin is also equal to our length, which is equals to 4 meters. Okay? So, yung una nating kailangang i-check is yung kanyang compactness. So, check sige. Kunin muna natin yung, tawag dito. Kasi, hahanapin natin mamaya is yung ating SX. Okay. Sige na nga. Check natin for compactness. Check or compactness. Okay? So, we will be having here BF all over 2TF para sa ating flange. Okay? So, this is for unstiffened element. So, ang BF natin is 450 all over 2TF natin. So, we will be having here 20. So, you have this one. So, we BF all over 2 times 20. So, that's 11.25. Okay? So, again, this is for unstiffened. We need to check it to 170 all over square root of Fy. So, ito yung ating upper limit. So, 170 all over square root of 248. So, 170 square root of 248. So, that's around 10.8 lang. Okay? So, nag-exceed. Okay? So, kapag nag-exceed siya, kahit wag muna kayo mag-proceed dun sa web. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, this is not a compact section. So, it's either partially compact siya or you will be having here a non-compact section. Okay? So, i-check natin dun sa kanyang upper limit. So, that is 250 all over square root of Fy. So, that's 250 all over square root of 248. So you have here 250 and that is 15.88. Ayun, pumasok na siya doon. Okay, so check. This is for, again, unstiffened, no? So check natin for stiffened element. So we will be having here D all over T W. Kaya lang yung D natin, no? Buo. So we will be having here 500 plus dalawang 20. Okay, yung buo na yun. So mula dito hanggang dun. So yun yung ating D. Okay. So all over, ang ating TW is 20. So you will be having here 540 all over 20. So you will be having here 27. Okay? We need to check that dun sa ating limit na 1680 all over square root of Fy. So 1680 all over square root of 248. So that is 106. So diba, napakalakas. So okay tayo. So sa pangalawang criteria, umokay tayo. So we will be having here partially compact section. Okay. We need to check yung ating LC muna pala, no? So LC, check natin yung LC natin. Anong value ng ating LC? So ang LC natin is smaller between the 200 BF all over. We will be having square root of Fy. So we will be having here 200 multiplied by 450 all over square root of 248. So tawagin ko yung LC1. Okay. So 200 times 450 all over square root of 248. So that's around 5,715 mm, or that is around 5.715 meters. Okay, we're in the LC2 natin, so we will be having here LC2, so we will be having 137,900 divided by the D all over area ng flange multiplied it by the Fy. Okay, so yung LC2 natin 137,900 all over. Ang total depth natin is 540 all over the area ng flange, 450 by 20, and then multiply natin yun by Fy na 248. Okay, so we will be having here the LC2 137,900 all over 540 all over 450 times 20 multiplied it by 248. Okay, so that's around 9267.47 mm. Okay, so between the two mas maliit, we will have it LC is equals to 5.715 meters. Okay, and since LB is less than LC, therefore this is laterally supported. Okay, and since mas mababa, okay, and since BF all over 2TF natin is greater than 170 all over square root of Fy but less than 250 all over square root of Fy, therefore this is a partially compact section. Okay, so gagamit tayo ng FB, so this would become our FB. So ang FB natin, that would be 0.0 0.79 minus 0.000762. Okay, BF all over 2 TF, and then multiplied it by square root of, okay, FY, no? Kaya lang, since this is a built-up section, so magkakaroon tayo ng value ng KC. Okay, multiplied it by the FY. Okay? So, for this one, yung KC na gagamitin natin, okay, ibigay ko na. So, we will be having here 1.0. Okay? So, let's use KC equals to 1.0. So, sa exam, ibibigay ko na rin yung value ng KC if ever na needed, no? Okay? So, nagkaroon lang naman yan, pero doon sa formula binigay ko, wala yung KC. Times the square root of FY lang yun. Okay? So, we will be having substitute. So, FB equals to 0.79 minus 0.000762. Ang BF natin is 450 all over 2TF 20 square root of 248 all over 1. Okay. Oops. Multiply natin by 248. Okay. Kasi kapag ano yung value ng KC ba't nagiging 1? Kapag yung height all over, yung h all over TW natin, okay, ito lang yung KC equals to 1.0 if yung h over TW natin is less than 70. So check natin. Ang h natin is around 540 all over TW. Nasaan na ba yun? Ito pala, no? Meron na tayo nun. D all over TW. So, ayan. So, with this, ang KC natin equals to 1.0, no? Kapag less than 70. Okay. So, we will be having here this one. 0.79 minus 0.00762. Multiplied it by 450 all over 2. And then, square root of 248 all over 1. Okay, and then times natin by 248. So you will be having here 162.44 megapascal. Okay, so determine the value of allowable moment. Okay, so since meron na tayong FB, kailangan natin kunin si SX. Okay, so yung SX natin, so that is just equals to I all over C, no? Okay, so yung I natin is kailangan makuha natin yung moment of inertia, no? So pinakamadali niyan, kunin natin yung moment of inertia ng buong box. Okay, so parang buong box. So that is equals to BH cube all over 12. Ang B natin is 450. Ang buong H natin is 540 cube all over 12. Then, ima-minus ko yung box na to. Kaya lang, instead na 450, magma-minus ako ng 20. So, that's around 430, ano? So, 430. And then, ang height ko is 500 na lang. So, 500 cube all over 12. At saka ako, that is already the I. At saka ako i-divide by kalahati. Okay? So, that is 500 all over. Ay, hindi na pala kita. Wait. Ayan, nang makita nyo. Move ko muna yung picture ko. Okay, ayan. So, that is 540 all over 2. So, you have here the SX. So, 450 times 540 cube all over 12 minus 430 times 500 cube all over 12 all over 540 all over 2. Ang SX natin is around 5,280.49 times 10 to the 3 mm cube. Okay? So, with this, ang ating FB or ang ating allowable MA, that is FB, multiplied it by SX. So, 162.44 multiplied by 5280.49 times 10 to the 3. I-divide ko na by 1,000 squared para maging kilonewton meter. So you will be having here this one, 162.44 times 528.49 times 10 to the 3 all over 1,000 squared. So that's around 85.85 kilonewton meter. Okay, so this is the answer for that problem number 1. Okay, so next, so Yumi copy, post nyo na lang. Okay. So next, when yung L natin is equals to LB, no? Okay. So i-check natin. I will have to delete it. So we will be having here 6 meters. Okay. So ganun pa rin again, ang atin is hindi na natin kailangan if it is compact or non-compact. I-check na lang muna natin yung LB. Again, ang LC natin, okay, lagay ko na dito. Na-compute na kasi natin ito. 5.715 meters. Okay? Tapos, ang SX na na-compute natin is around 5280.49 times 10 to the 3. Okay, mm cube. Okay. That it's okay. Ano pa mahalaga dyan? So, yun lang. Okay. So, na-compute na natin yung lahat. Pwede ko nang burahin. Okay. Alright. Let's begin. Ang LB ko is greater than LC. So, automatic, this is a laterally unsupported. Pupunta tayo sa case 2. Okay. Kaya lang, we need to check yung ating RT. Okay? So, ibig sabihin nun, okay, sabi ko nga nung una, itong part na to, this is the compression flange. Okay? Tapos yung kalahati. Ano ba yung kalahati niyan? 500. So, mula daw dito hanggang doon. Yan. 250 lang yan. Okay? Kaya lang, ang kailangan lang natin doon is 250. So, that's equals to 1/3 lang. Okay, 1/3, no? So, 1/6 of the compression. Okay, so you have here the 1/3. Kukunin mo to. So, you have here the 1/3. Okay, so that's around 250 all over 3. Okay? So, yung U 250 all over 3 na yon, that's around 83.33, no? Ibalik ko na muna yung picture ko. Dito ko na ilagay ito dahil okay na tayo sa problem. Okay? Tapos, pinakamaganda niyan, ang ginagawa dyan kasi, kahit sa mga ibang libro, tinatagilid na, itagilid na natin yon. Okay. Tagilid ko muna. Parang ganyan. Whoop. Yan. Okay. Tapos, lagyan natin ng dimensions. So, ito hanggang doon. So, that's around 450. Okay. And then, ito, it's around 20. Nasatiin ko sa dalawang area, no? So, ito yung unang area. Tapos, ito yung aking pangalawang area. Okay? So, again, this distance mula dito hanggang doon, 250 all over 3. Or that's around 83.33. Okay? And then, this distance is 20. Okay? So, kukunin lang muna natin yung I niyan. Actually, yung RT niyan, okay, paano ba nakukuha yung RT? Square root of ilan? I all over A. Okay? So, kailangan natin yung I, tsaka kailangan natin ng A. Okay? So, solve muna natin yung 80. Okay, area. So, that's yung blue, area ng blue, 20 multiplied it by 83.33. Plus yung red, so that is 20 multiplied by 450. So, you have now the 80. So, 20 times 83.33 plus 20 times 450, that's around 10,666.6 mm squared. Okay? And then, kunin natin yung I. Okay? IT natin. So, yung blue, BH cube over 12 lang naman, ano? So, yung B niya, 83.33. Ang H niya is 20 cube all over 12. Okay? And then, mag-a-add ako. So, that is 20 multiplied BH cube, 450 cube all over 12. Okay? So, we have now the moment of inertia of T. So, 20 times 450 cube all over 12 plus 83.33, 20 cube all over 12. Okay? So, you will be having here 151,930.55 times 10 to the 3. Okay? So, we will be having as RT. So, that is square root of IT all over 80. Okay? So, we will be having here this one. Square root of 151,930.55 times 10 to the 3 all over 10,666.6. Okay? So, you will be having here the RT. So, square root of 10,666.6. So, that is 119.35 mm. Okay? So, meron na tayong RT. So, check na natin yung L all over RT natin. Okay? So, L all over RT. So, LB yun. So, we will be having here 6,000. Naka-mm kasi yung RT eh. So, 119.35. So, this is the slenderness ratio of the compression flange and 1/3 of the compression web. 119.35. Okay? So, that's around 50.27. Okay? So, this is the slenderness ratio. Slenderness ratio. Okay? So, kukumpitin natin yung minimum. Minimum L all over RT. So, ano yung minimum L over RT? Yun yung ating yung 703. Okay, so we will be having here square root of 703 270 CB all over FY. Okay, yung CB by the way is 1.0 kapag simply supported. So, CB is equals to 1.0 for simply supported. Okay? So, we will be having square root of 703 270 1 248 megapascal. Okay? So, we have the minimum L all over RT equal to, so square root of 703 to 70 all over 248. So 53.25. Okay. So hindi ko na, okay lang na hindi ko na i-check sa, hindi ko na siya i-check sa maximum kasi nag-below minimum siya. Okay, so since yan natin. Since L all over RT is less than L all over RT na minimum, okay, isang criteria lang yung gagamitin natin. Okay, yung any value, so that is the 82,000. So ang FB natin is equals to 82,740 of CB all over LD all over area of the flange. Okay, so this one, and it should not exceed 0.6 of FY. Okay, so 82,740 CB all over. Ang L natin is 6,000 multiplied it by our total depth 540 all over area ng flange BF multiplied it by TF. So we have the FB 82,740 6,000 times 540 all over 450 times 20. Okay, so you will be having here 229 540 450 times 82,000. Bakit? So again, that's equal to 229.83 megapascal. Pero hindi siya dapat lalagpas sa 0.6 of Fy, no? So ano yung 0.6 of Fy natin? 248. So you will be having here 148.8 megapascal. Since lumagpas siya, okay, gagamitin natin use FB equals to 148.8 MPa. Okay? And then, tsaka natin makukuha si MA. So, that is equals to FB SX. So, you have here 148.8 multiplied it by the SX 5280.49 times 10 to the 3. Divide by 1,000 squared or 10 times 10 raised to 6. Okay, so you have 148.8 times 5280.49 times 10 to the 3 all over 1,000 squared. Okay, so that's around 148. 148.8. Okay, so that's around 785.74 kilonewton meter. So this is now the answer for that problem number 2. Okay, so you have here 5 to 80.49. Okay, that's it for the problem number 2. Next, let's have the problem number 3. Okay, ilagay na natin yung minimum RT, ano? Ayan. So, kasi paulit-ulit lang naman yon. L all over RT muna natin. So, that's around 50.27. L all over RT minimum. So, that's around 53.25. So, yung RT natin, na-compute na rin natin siya. 119.35. Okay. Ayan, nilagay ko lang dun, ha? Okay. So, punta tayo sa problem number 3. Okay, so question number 3 tayo. Okay, ang L natin, ang LB natin this time is around 10 meters. So, technically, yung LB natin is greater than sa ating LC. Therefore, this is a laterally unsupported beam. Okay. So, ang gagawin natin, pupunta na tayo sa L all over RT. So, ang L over RT natin, ito pala yung RT natin, 10,000. 10,000 divided by 119.35. So we have 10.35. So that's around 83.79. Okay. Again, L all over RT minimum. So that's around 53.25. Okay. So, kunin natin yung maximum. L all over RT. And then, yung maximum value niya, that's 3 square root of 3,516,330 CB all over FY. Okay? $1.0 naman to, all over 248. So we have the maximum slenderness ratio, 330 all over 248. So you will be having there 119.07. Okay? So, since it is between, okay? So, ibig sabihin, yung L all over RT ko, okay, is in between the minimum and the maximum, okay? So, ang gagamitin natin, no, pwedeng yung isang value at saka this value, okay? So, nahin muna natin yung FB1. So, I will have it as FB1. So, ang FB1 natin, ano yun, yung may 2/3, no? So, you have here 2/3 minus Fy multiplied by L all over RT squared all over 10.55 times 10 to the 6. Okay, and then CB multiplied it by Fy. So, 2/3 minus 248. L over RT natin is 83.79 squared all over 10.55 times 10 to the 6 multiplied it by 1.0 and then multiply natin by 248. So we will be having here the first FB. So that's 2/3 minus 248, 83.79 squared, 10.55 times 10 to the 6 times 1, multiplied it by 248. Okay, so you will be having here equal to 140, 24.4. Okay, MPa. Pero, syempre, we need to check. Okay, ito, lagi itong chine-check, ano? So, you have your 82,007. Kahit anong value pa ng RT yan, i-check natin yan. So, kaya lang this time, this is now 10,000 yung L natin. So, 540 all over 450 times 20. Okay, so, kailangan natin i-check yun. So, 82,740 times 1 all over 10,000 times 540 all over 450 times 20. So, you will be having here 137.9. So, sabi niya, you may use larger of the two. Okay? But not less than 0.6 of Fy. So, what is now the FB? 0.6 of 248 Okay, 0.6 times 248. So that's 148.8. Okay? And this is in megapascal. Okay? So, kumbaga sa tatlo, meron kang, ilan yung nakuha natin? Meron kang 124, meron kang 137. Pero sabi niya, use larger of the two. So, supposedly, ito yung mapipili natin. Pero hindi siya pwedeng lumagpas ng 0.6 of Fy. Eh, lumagpas siya. Hindi siya lumagpas. Sorry. And we should use therefore, ang FB natin gagamitin is ito, 137. Okay? So, larger of the two, 124.4 and 137. Larger of the two, 124.4 and 137.9. So, napili natin 137.9. Check natin kung lalagpas dito sa 0.6 of Fy. Since hindi siya lumagpas, and then this is the FB na gagamitin natin, no? So, FB equals to 137.9 MPa. So, you will now have the MA equals to FB SX. 137.9 multiplied it by 5,280.49 times 10 to the 3 all over. So, we will be having here 1,000 squared. So, your allowable divided by, so that's 728.18 kilonewton meter. Okay, so this is now the answer for that problem. Okay, and syempre yung last, okay, idagdag ko na dito. So letter D, ang LB ko equals to 16 meters, and this is greater than LC, therefore laterally unsupported tayo. Unsupported. Okay? So, check natin yung L over RT natin. So, L over RT natin, 16,000 divided by 119.35. So, that's around 134.06. Okay? So, may maximum tayo, no? So, greater than L all over RT maximum. Okay? Kapag lumagpas tayo ng maximum, okay, dalawa yung gagamitin natin. So, we will be having here yung FB1 natin. So, 1,172,100 CB all over L all over RT squared. Okay? So, check natin. Okay, doon ko na nilagay yan. Okay. So, we will have 1,172,100 1.0 all over L all over RT natin is 134.06 squared. So, we will be having here FB1. So, 1,172,100 all over 134.06 squared. So, that's 65.22 MPa. Okay, masyado na siyang bumaba, ano? Okay, and then we will use, of course, the FB3. Okay, yung FB3 natin, yung pangalawa natin, FB2, ayun pa rin. So, we will be having here 82,740 CB all over ang ating iano ko na, so 1.0 na to, 16,000, okay, multiplied it by 540 all over 450 times 20 as the area of our flange, no? So meron tayo niyan 82,740 times 1.0 all over 16,000 times 540 all over 450 times 20. Okay, so you will be having here 86.5 86.19 MPa. So, again, pwede kang lumagpas dyan. I'll use larger of the two. So, we have 86 but not less. It should be less than 0.6. So, 148. So, we will use FB, larger of the two. 86.19 MPa. Again, less than naman siya sa 0.6 of FY. Okay, so okay lang. So, MA natin, that is 86.19 multiplied by the SX, 5,280.49 times 10 to the 3 divided by 1,000 squared. So, you have now the allowable moment, 86.19 times 5,280.49 times 10 to the 3, 1,000 squared. So, you will be having here 455.125 kilonewton meter. Okay. So, this one is the answer. Okay. So, that's it on how you get for the allowable. I guess na-cover na natin lahat nung possible na length. Okay. So, from compact for the partially compact or non-compact, and then you will be having here the laterally unsupported beams. Okay? So, kasama po yan sa midterm, so pakiaral ng mabuti.